Hey everyone, it's Tracy here, and I have a new video for you showing you how to use the new Alleyway Stamps Face It set. I'm going to be using one of those faces on the pepper that's from the Veggin' Out set. So first I'm going to stamp the pepper down on a piece of white 110-pound Coordinations cardstock with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And then I'm going to take the face that I want to use. It's the one with the eyelashes and the big lips. And I'm just going to ink up the lips part because I'm going to stamp that right onto the pepper and I don't want to stamp the eyes. So I'm just going to take my baby wipe because I got a little ink on the eyes and you want to clean it off really well so that you don't get any of the ink stamped down. And then I'm going to go back and just stamp the eyes. And this part doesn't matter if you get any on the lips or not because I'm going to actually fussy cut the eyes out. So you just want to stamp those separately. So now I'm going to work on my card base. I have this wood veneer from Studio Calico, and then I have a piece of red polka dotted paper from Pebbles, and I'm going to take my Spellbinder circles and just cut out one of the circles that fits perfectly into the wood veneer. So I'm going to run it through my Cuttlebug, and that plate pattern is an A, C, your die, your paper, and then a B plate. So first I'm going to adhere down the pattern paper onto my white card front. And then I'm going to take some Tombow Mono Multi-Glue and just put a little bit on the wood veneer. You really don't need much for it to stick, and you don't want to use a lot because you don't want it to smush out the sides and then have glue everywhere on your card. And once I get that into place, I'm going to use the sentiment from the Veggin' Out set, and I'm just going to stamp that right below the circle, also with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And then once we get that done, we can start coloring in the pepper. I'm going to use my Copic markers for this, and I'm going to color it in green just because I used the red pattern paper and I didn't want to use color a red pepper so it blended in. So I'm going to use the G24 and G28 Copic marker. And I'm going to start with the lightest, the G24, and just color in the whole pepper. And you want to use a small circular motion when you're coloring in so that you don't get streaks or anything like that. And then I'm going to take the darker one, the G28, and just kind of outline all along the outside of the pepper. And if you don't want such a strong contrast between the two colors, since they are a little far ways apart, not too far, but a little ways apart, you can always use two colors that are closer together and then it will blend more. But I like the contrast in the outside edge quite a bit darker than the inside. Okay, and then for the lips, I have an R24. This is a really true red color. And then for the little gap in between the lips, I'm just going to use a T8 marker, which is a dark gray. And then don't forget to color in the eyelids on there. I'm going to color them in with the G24 and then just do a little bit of shading with the G28. And then for the stem, I'm just going to use the next darker color is the G29. And I'm just going to color that in twice just so that it's much darker than the outside edge of the pepper. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut those out. And I'll skip over that just so that I don't bore you with the details of me cutting, but I am going to cut out each individual eyelash, as you can see right there. You just have to be really careful when you do it. And then I used a tuxedo black memento marker just to go over the edges so that there was no white showing from where you cut it. So now I'm just gluing on the card front to the craft card base, and then I'm going to use some 3D foam squares to adhere the pepper in between the circle. And then I'm going to use more foam squares on the back of the eyes to attach that onto the pepper. And you could use any face from that Face It set on there. I just like that one with the sentiment. So now I'm just taking some clear sparkly sequins and adding those to the on both sides of the sentiment, and I just use my Tombow Mono Multi Glue to glue those on. If you don't have that, you could also use glossy accents, or you could use any other adhesive. These both dry clear, so that's why it's nice, because you don't see it through the sequins. And then I'm going to finish off my card by taking some glossy accents and just adding those to the whites of both of the eyes. Alright, and that is my completed card for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.